Hey everybody, it's Rydo and we are back with Hearthstone. It has been 3 days in my time and we have new quests. We have win 2 gun games with Hunter or Mage. We have win 2 games with Paladin or Priest. And we have win 5 games with Shaman and Warlock. Now, not a big fan of what we did uh, the last time we did regular play. We have, in the middle of this, done a look back on Nexramus for 5 episodes. I said a lot. There's some things I overlooked. Um, One thing about Nexramus is, while there were cards that did not get added to the game, there was not really enough cards. There was not 9 cards for 9 new characters. And that's probably why they didn't put any of those characters as to be playable, is they didn't make enough of them. But it does really doesn't matter because you could have made one of the evil guys with his different ability be a mage and just use mage cards. You could have made one of the guys be a warrior and just use warrior cards. You don't really need to make 9 new cards to make not a new character. You just need to have 2 mages, 2 shamans, 2 druids, and then their hero ability be slightly different. So there's still truth to that. Um, I was really down on Nexramus, but it was a stepping stone, and they learned from their mistakes, and what more can you really expect? Alright, so that's it for Nixramus. After that, I played offline, and I am just a game or two away from getting the mage to level 60. And so next win also is 650 wins for us, which would be cool. Only thing I want to do here is I don't want to take the 5. We did the 5 and it was a bit of a struggle. Because I played offline, we have 245 gold, plus we have already bought an arena run, which is great. Play 30 minions that cost 2 or less. Good. That is fine. So, who can we play as? We can play as Hunter, Mage, Paladin, or Priest in the arena. Back to arena. So, Hunter, Mage, Paladin, or Priest, so I can either play as a Paladin or a Hunter. I've been playing as Hunter because he was my lowest when I started ranked character. Since I was so close to getting...
Only beasts are above deceit.
Since I was so close to getting Mage to level 60, I started just grinding on my lowest character. Let's get them all up to 60. I think we could actually do that pretty fast. Alright. Has plus knife juggler for sure. Multi-shot, I guess. We'll start with that. Whenever you summon a beast thing, draw a card. Whenever the opponent plays a minion, deal 4 damage to it. Let's take Jeeves. Other beasts have +1 attack. Mana Wraith. Always take Mana Wraith. Explosive Trap. Give a friendly beast +2, +2, plus taunt. Or Explosive Trap. Is this not a beast? Wolfrider, not a beast. Interesting. Okay, so what's been going on in my mind recently is, let me just put out there that at the moment I have not gotten even a penny for all of the videos, which is over 75 videos, if not 100. Now, I've only gotten about 200 views, which is thank you. I want to say thank you first of all and appreciate those 200 views. But a lot of those were before the new year, so I didn't even have, just for tax reasons, didn't have commercials on at that time. And 200 views across 75 or 100 videos is less than 2 views a video. But, I mean, you gotta start small. You're not gonna just jump out and immediately have 1 million viewers and 100,000 subscribers, which are all numbers that you probably won't ever get to. But, so start off with that caveat. Haven't made a dime on this, have done tons of work on this. And I've enjoyed it. This has been by far much more enjoyable than any other job, quote unquote, that I've ever done. But if the situation would occur, which it certainly could, that someone offers me a better job, and then this hobby, this job, again I say, which is really just a hobby at the moment since it hasn't paid off anything, not a penny, would have to go on the back burner. And so I've been thinking about, of my 3 series, Hearthstone is the most talkative one, really. FTL, I don't really talk about anything that's going on FTL because it's really, in my mind, just going to be a mini-series, and because it's going to be a mini-series that's going to end eventually, I want to make it more universal. Isaac, I do talk on it, but pretty much not as much lately, and I think it will probably get more and more like that. So I've been thinking about how, if I only had like 2 days. Now, right now I'm working 6-7 days a week, possibly. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me if it was 6 or 7 days a week of just recording videos. And so how would I, if I only had, an hour after work working a 9 to 5 type job, only an hour after work each day, or only and the weekends. And so what I'm thinking at the moment, and this is just fair warning. I'm just giving fair warning. At some point you might start seeing videos come out where we just play
versus Uther.
We knock Hearthstone down to
honor. Let the hunt begin.
Potentially we knock Hearthstone down to 1 game an episode. I mean, that would kind of be sucky, but that would be one way to get 5 games is to just play 1 game an episode and call it a day. That would be one way. Maybe we could get it up to 3 games an episode and still do 5 episodes a week, but maybe it's just 1 game an episode, and maybe Hearthstone would be the only episode published that day, so no Isaac or FTL or anything else. Now, on Isaac, 1 run is very much dependent on just how far you get. So I can put out what I call the quick losses just fine, but
Job's done.
yeah, that was bad play. I should have just played this. That was dumb. Anyways, I could put out like quick losses on Isaac and they'd be 10 minutes long. And just be like, well, that's the episode. We only play one game. Just don't have enough time. It would be really sucky, and I think even more people would start to decide not to watch short episodes. Although I think a lot of people decide to not watch my episodes because they're too long too. But what can you do about that? How can I speed up a game? Particularly in Hearthstone, there's really no way to speed this up other than me just going into a video editor and speeding up the video. And I suppose I could do that, but that's it. I could put everything at double speed and you just get chipmunk voice, and that would be the end of that. But yeah, I don't have a way of speeding up Isaac, just other than always trying to speed run and dying really, really fast.
Job done.
FTL, same thing. FTL is one game. So how do you speed it up other than just losing really fast? There's no way. So I'm pretty strict on FTL. Well, it's just one game. I think I've only in maybe one episode ever not played 2 games.
Put this apple on your head.
But Hearthstone is 5 games at the moment. 5 games, then 5 games, and 5 games makes me record for basically all day with breaks in between to let my voice rest. And gets all the quests done, usually. But I could certainly shorten that. I could shorten it to Hearthstone would be, I think, maybe 1 to 3 games an episode, and then potentially we would fill it out, feel what it feels like to do 1 a day, but it might be only 1 every other day, so like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then FTL and Hearthstone might only be once a week. So like Friday, well, probably not. Just do like Tuesday and Thursday. So FTL Tuesdays, Isaac Thursdays, things like that.
I wonder. I'll let the dogs out.
And maybe Hearthstone becomes just Wednesday too, so there's potential there that we don't even follow that much.
Job's done.
That we don't even follow that much rules, and we just have 1 Hearthstone run on Wednesday and FTL on Monday and Isaac on Friday
magic
or
shall
something
not
like that. And then there'd only be 3 episodes a week. Now I don't know how I would get Hearthstone down to just 1 episode. We would have to throw all quests out the door. Really, I think potentially you would even have issues of potentially you'd even have issues of just not even completing the quest, even though we wouldn't even really care about completing the quest at that point.
Job done.
Yeah, I don't know how I could get Isaac down to one episode.
My
It would be
shield
like,
for Argon.
do 5 games and whatever quest we get done, and then I could just play offline to finish the rest and you wouldn't even get to see it. So, I mean, it would be
Reporting for
a
duty.
significant amount of footage that you're just not seeing. Yeah, I don't know how I could even do that. I mean, I would come in with quests already half done or almost completely done. I'd be playing playing on the Android tablet. Playing when you're not recording is way easier than it is recording. It's not way easier, but it is easier. Because I don't have to talk, I don't have to comment, I don't have to specifically play for any amount of time.
Begin.
So I could find 5 minutes here, well, let's be realistic, 10, 20 minutes here and there to play. And still keep up the pace of progress that I'm making for myself as a player, but so much of it would not be on video if I tried to get it down to one episode. I think it would probably be a lot smarter to just not go down that path and instead do one longer episode and lose quests that way, but play long enough to finish the quest. So if I had 3 quests, we could play long enough to beat at least one of those quests and then move on. Now, will this boar be a beast? Yes, it is a beast. Good. That was my question. Now I've got my answer. But let's get off that conversation because all of that is just this huge if somebody offers me a better job than what I'm doing now, and better being
Job done.
that it pays more, because it's not really going to be better than this. This has been really fun. I mean, I won't say it was like a life goal for me to be a YouTuber and play video games on YouTube, because obviously that's not true. Obviously I had no idea as a kid that YouTube was going to exist. But I did want to be a video game programmer. That is undeniably true. And I lost the real ambition to do that after I saw how it overworked
Job done.
video game programmers often are, how kind of abused they are because they're hired for making a game, then the companies fire them right after the game is done, then they have to go find another job somewhere else, and somebody's obviously always going to fall through the cracks when you have a situation like that. That's not fair. That's not giving people no job security is not a nice thing to do, particularly when you are supposed to be an expert at something. like a video game program is supposed to be an expert. So I lost a lot of passion for going down that career path as I learned more about it. And at this point, the only thing I could do in that industry would be a video game tester, which they're abused even more than the programmers, and it's a path that will get you nowhere without going and getting a programmer's degree and starting over from there.
I let the dog out.
So, yeah, it'd be hard to top this game, doing this as a job, in the amount of it just feels right. But it would be very easy to top this job in the amount of it pays more. And let's just face it, every adult has bills, and I've got bills to pay, and if somebody offers me more money than what the advertising and any generous donations that might come in the future, none of which has happened yet, if somebody can beat that, I would have to probably take it. And I mean, just to think about retirement. I mean, if I'm doing a YouTuber job and it's giving me enough to live month to month, that's great. But I have to think about retirement too. I have to. One day my hands may fall off and I won't be able to play at all. I have to squirrel away money for an emergency. Emergencies happen very often in my life. I don't know why it happens, but I think it probably happens for most people like that. But so yeah, as far as money, how can you as a viewer stop some company or some other organization from pulling me away from making videos? It's the simple fact is just donate. If you want to private message me like PayPal information or something like that, heck, I will even take Bitcoins and figure out how that works if I have to. But actual cash, if you're rolling in it and you appreciate the content I'm giving you, that'll keep me in employment. That'll keep me doing this versus looking elsewhere, which at the moment I'm having to look elsewhere, and I don't want to look elsewhere. I want to stick with this. I want to become a mid-tier YouTube celebrity if I can, in the sense that I want to have enough fans that they could all watch my videos, and that alone would get me enough money to live off of and have a retirement, and everybody could be happy. I wouldn't have to beg like I am now. I wouldn't have to look for other things. I wouldn't have to try and think about doing odd jobs. As I become bigger and more popular, I could potentially even increase the amount of output, although I am doing a ridiculously large amount already. I mean, I went over a lot of the video channels that I've watched to transition out of that conversation. And some of the channels that I've been watching for a year or two now, I already have more videos uploaded than they do. Some of the other channels, like the big channels that are just close to being television production channels, don't have that. Like Geek and Sundry, I've been watching for 2 years, just to throw a name out there, and they have like 2,000 videos out. So, but then a lot of the other channels that have been out for 2, 3, 4 years only have like 50 channels out, 50 videos out, and it's all just really about about how often you post, really. Unless people are taking down their videos for some reason, I don't know why they do that. At the moment, my videos aren't coming up in searches or very much. The only way to improve that is for more people to actually view them and like them and all that. All that stuff I say at the end really does matter. The only way I can even find myself on a YouTube search is to type in Rydo. And still at that, I am at like the 5th return. I certainly am not coming up when people type in Hearthstone. I'm certainly not coming up very high. I'm sure in the million results I'm somewhere in there, but I'm not coming up when people type Hearthstone. I'm not coming up when people when people type Isaac. I'm not coming up when people type. He's got the Fell Reaver going. He's down to 16 cards already. Wish I could have played some more cards. Burn his deck. So like next turn
is my shield.
I'd like to play as many cards as possible. So, let's see. This 1, 2, 3. This is why you don't play Fell Reaver. Fell Reaver is just a terrible card. Look at that, 9 cards.
For the Lich King!
Well, that's it for Fell Reaver, so he's gonna start. But I mean, I didn't even really have to try. So, yeah, Geek and Sundry has thousands of videos posted, but let's face it, Geek and Sundry also has like 5 production companies, and I do mean companies, like teams of production, making 5 different shows. So it's really no surprise when you have probably, I don't know, 30 to 60 people working on your team to make one YouTube thing. It's no surprise you can make 2,000 videos. And they certainly make high quality product. I mean, they make near TV level product, if not TV level product. They do all kinds of editing. That's one of the things that makes me think about editing, is that when you see Geek and Sundry doing jump cuts and all kinds of edits to get, like, Geek and Sundry has the board game show. What is it called? With Will Wheaton. Oh, I don't even remember the name of the show, but they do all kinds of jump cuts. They take a board game that probably took them anywhere between 4 and 6 hours to play and record, and they cut that down to an hour. And a big way they do cut it down to an hour is that they skip large chunks and then add animations of explaining what they just skipped to the way faster. I don't think I'm gonna win here. It's a shame that he didn't summon something very big. But he has 3 cards. If I could find a way to kill all his characters at the moment, which would be a big if. I don't even think I have a card in my deck that would do that.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
But if I could do that and he doesn't have any more characters, then we could get him in a quagmire. But
Job done.
I'm not buying that
I'm
this is gonna
almost out
work.
of cards.
It almost worked. Look, I mean, look what the explosive trap is gonna do. It's gonna leave this guy, and this guy, and this guy on. So it is gonna get rid of a significant portion of his team, just not enough. So if I'd gotten rid of all of those, and none of those had been any cards that you could play, and none of those had been any cards that you could play, that would have certainly been cool. Looking at the histogram alone of this deck, we haven't probably built a pretty good deck. We built a pretty bad deck, more likely. Yeah, so I don't know how I'd cut down Hearthstone without that becoming an hour recording and then 3 hours of work.
Rexa versus
I would have to,
I must protect the wild. Let the hunt begin.
yeah, that ringing was I dropped a can. I'm drinking a Fresca. Not. I like them all right, but I prefer not drink drinks at all and just drink water. But man, they're addictive. Super, super addictive. And they've got me, and they're in the house, so I'm tempted every now and then to drink one. Yeah, I don't know how I could say, take here, and then skip to, like, this frame, and then take out all the stalls. This is where YouTube would be really, really cool. Is if YouTube could go and say, I see that nothing is moving, and something is moving, my mouse is moving, so I would have to fix that too. But if they said, I see nothing is moving between this frame and that frame, so let's take out those frames. And if it said, I see nothing changing between this frame and that frame, you could, with most people not even noticing it, you could significantly take out chunks in video gameplay. Because all we need is the animations.
I am not a
So you can take half a second here, half a second there, half a second everywhere. And get it down to, I'd say, somewhere between 50 and 80%. And then if I put some more logic in it, and anytime there's like a rope, if I could automate a system where I cut out a rope type things. Let's see.
Job done.
But then I would have to do that. I would have to go in there and say, alright, whenever this guy is not doing anything and he goes to the rope, let's cut that out. So it almost gets down to like a PowerPoint slideshow. If I was gonna try and speed this up, and when I start talking about it, you start seeing why I think it would take 3 hours to do 1 hour. It was just sitting there going, alright, snapshot this move, snapshot this move, snapshot this move, and then move on. It would just be like PowerPoint, slide 1, slide 2, slide 3.
Don't mess with custom.
What you want?
Job's done.
So I probably would never do that. I would like just to, it would be much easier just to speed everything up. And eventually we will get technology to that point, but that may be 10 or 20 years down the line. And maybe 10 or 20 years down the line we can just dump this information directly into our brain at super fast speeds. And if we could do that, that would be awesome. Like, no more.
Time for killing.
Suck steel, swine.
Time for killing.
If we could just get these things dumped into our brains, that would be awesome. Yeah, of course that's more science fiction than science fact. If I could just play games with my brain, that would be awesome too, because then I'd be a much better player. The hand-eye coordination is the problem for most things. Although sometimes I just don't pay attention too. So no guarantee I'd always win. There's also danger if we did get a technology like that, we would make playing video games very, very trivial. In the sense that it's just...
Well played. On with the dog. I can see.
Alright, 2 victories. They saw the victory coming. We got the quest done. Nice. And we're just stuck on this arena run now. Let's just take it as far as we can go. Let's go all the way. 12 victories. Yeah. Only have to get 10 more victories in a row. But yeah, if we started getting technology where we could just dump video and play video games in our brain, it might all become so easy that it becomes trivial and people just get bored of video games. It could really be the thing that just bores people of games.
For Doomhammer.
People would start doing games like chess where you can run every single calculation in your head, and then that's all they'd be doing all day. They'd just be running every single game in their brain as fast as their brain can go, and probably by a couple of years of doing that, they'd have played every single game in chess, which has a lot of combinations. Most games don't have that many combinations. What is a game like tic-tac-toe? This is a prime example of a game. Is why does nobody play tic-tac-toe anymore? And of course some people do play tic-tac-toe, but for the most part people don't. So people don't play tic-tac-toe because it always ends in a tie. as soon as you have two opponents who are smart enough to understand how the game works, then it will almost every single time end in a tie. You'd have to get very lucky for it not to end in a tie. Alright.
Put this apple on your head.
Job's done.
And that's because at the possibility you're talking 2 to the power of
Crusade!
9 possible moves at the first move, so it's not like a lot. That's like 81 possible first moves. Not a lot at all. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and end the turn as it is. Alright, so 5. I forgot this thing didn't have taunt. I could have attacked last turn, and I didn't. That was dumb. So hopefully she activates the explosive trap after summoning a creature. Then I can play this guy. Well, let's just play this.
Don't mess with Tusk.
So I want him to attack the face.
Dingo! Yes!
This guy's playing very strangely. Let's see.
Can I help you, sir?
Suck steel, swine.
Let me get that.
Well, if you like Sledge Barrier so much, Sledge Belcher so much, I'll just give you one myself. So yes, that's the reason why people don't play tic-tac-toe anymore, and to get back to the conversation, and it's why games just inherently have to get more complicated and more complicated over very long periods of time. Look at a game like Pac-Man versus Pokemon. Pac-Man's pretty simple game. Pokemon, pretty not simple.
I'll let the dogs out.
Let's see. I That's the only beast I have. And then King of Beasts. And let's see. Let's go ahead and end that turn.
Let me get that.
Got all these taunts. Explosive trap, explosive trap, explosive trap. As soon as we get the sludge belcher out of the way, I can attack with all these guys.
I wonder.
So he's got to figure out something now. They're all down to 2.
The gates are open.
Alright, so let's play this. And this. And this. 14 cards to his 17 cards.
Oh, yes, sir.
Job's done.
Let me get that. Can I help you, sir?
Well, geez, if we have 2 Gs going, I do want to see what will happen. Will they both activate? Thank you for hitting the face.
Whoa!
Now all he's got is his little Gs going. Let's see. Put this guy out. Put this guy out. And play this. And attack the face. Attack the face. Now, if both these Jeeves work, I will get 2 cards. If only one works, I'll get 1.
Let me get that.
Yep, only one worked.
Get behind me.
There goes his Jeeves. Let's see. If I do this, and then this, and then this.
Hey, catch!
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm not sure if that was the right move, it probably wasn't.
Let me get that.
I wanted to play this at some point and it screwed it up. Somehow screwed that up. Alright, to get on a new conversation, since I'm sitting here and not really talking that much, we're gonna get the 30 minions done. One thing I would really like, and I don't know how anybody could do this, is I would like to see if any of the people I'm playing online are making videos. And that there's somebody can actually send me a YouTube video of Black Stars, and I go, oh, I'm playing Rydo, and hopefully they would say something nice. But maybe they wouldn't. Maybe they'd be mad at me because I beat them, or maybe they'd be happy because I lost, or just be making fun of me because I lost. all of which I'd like to see personally, whether or not I admit it to the rest of society that I found a link like that depends on what they say. But I have no way of doing that, really. The only way I could think of doing that is if somebody was just willing to become like a researcher, like a full-time researcher, watch all my videos, write down the name of every single character, and then spend several minutes, if not maybe an hour, searching YouTube for each one of those people's name to see if their gamer name on here is somehow related to the whatever YouTube name they would have.
What you want?
So he's probably gonna use his Pyro Blast to kill this guy. That's gonna suck. I should have brought this guy out then. Didn't think that through.
Time for killing.
Job's done.
Because this guy could have gotten health up, +2/+1 if I brought him out instead of the taunt guy. And I don't need the taunt guy out.
I'll let the dogs out. Time for
Oh,
killing.
I almost ended my turn there.
Job's done.
That would have been a shame. Now if he kills this 2/2 instead of the 4/4, I don't know why he would do that.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Do I have any friendly beasts? Nope. So I'd have to do this. And
To my side.
let's do this.
Time for killing.
Duplicate.
Job's done.
Other friendly minions have +1 attack. Nice card. Now he has to make the decision, does he want to kill his character to get rid of my character?
Someday I'll be just like you. Someday I'll be just like you.
Oh, this is a heavy mage deck. Alright, let's see. Knife Juggler. And then Hound Master.
Dogs out.
And then to the face. What is with this deck? Did I just get really lucky and am I playing at a really good time? It's possible I have picked the right time to play. Because this deck is doing a little too good for what I think it should be. Let's see.
Job's done.
Great. That is fine with me. Enjoy your now takes +2 mana. All minions now cost 2 more. Talk about mirror image backfiring. I have no cards, but I'm still feeling pretty good. 5 damage here. Because all I have to really do is 3 turns. do this and be fine. Whenever you summon a beast, draw a card. Alright. So 4, 7, 11, 13.
Tadingo! Yeah!
Let's see, I could do 5 damage here, but it's not gonna do anything. If I survive this turn, I will win. He's gotta figure out a way to get past my guy. Let's see, 4, 7, 11, and then 12, so. I don't think he did that right. Don't think he did that right. Nope, he didn't. He screwed up. He lost. He could have won. Unless he can deal 2 damage.
Clobbering time!
Well played.
Alright, so. Another victory! Another victory. Oh. Well, it has been now 6 games. Normally the episode ends at 5. But it wouldn't be too bad if we even went a little short after doing that next Rammus. So I'm not going to break up the episode here. I have no idea why this deck here is working as well as it is. I don't know what's going on there. We've hit 4 wins is our total as high as we've ever gone. So we're going to just keep going. I'm not going to break the stride, although I just did break the stride. We're going to keep going until we lose, and then that'll be the end of the episode. So you may get 10 games here. Well, no, actually you'd get... Yeah, at most you could get 6 more would be 10 wins, and then 2 more would be 12 wins. So 8.
Rexa versus
Yeah.
Gul'dan.
You could get as many as 8 more games in this episode.
Let the
Not
hunt
likely, but
begin.
possible. If we're just gonna go to the end. I just have no idea what's going on with this deck. Why is it working? Why is it working as well as it is?
Get this apple on your head.
Job done.
It's time for a little blood.
Now I have the danger of the multi-shot here being potentially dangerous. If I deal like 2 damage to this guy, he'll just come back and... I could do 2 damage to my guy and
Who you want me kill? Who you want me kill?
maybe I'll do that. I'll do
Job
2
done.
damage to my own guy in Rager next turn. We'll just have to see. Depends if I have anything else I can do.
Void I come.
Deal 3 damage to 2 random enemies. Let's see. So I can either deal 2 damage, so I can deal 3 damage, or I can deal 2 damage to do that. Interesting strategy we're playing here.
Who you want me kill?
Job's done.
Do I have to?
That's right, just keep lag tapping. Okay, so the danger is not super high that I'll hit. Alright. I think that worked pretty well.
Who you want me kill?
Man, there's something about the hunter.
Job's done.
I guess he's just getting health up. He's getting the damage up on his creatures. These cards are synergizing pretty well.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
I mean, like, next turn I hit this guy in the face, and I mean, next turn I've won. If he can't put a taunt or something. Yeah, for a second there. Just for a second there. I had won the game.
Can I help you, sir?
Who you want me kill?
But, yeah.
Job's done.
2 turns.
Let me get that.
Why do you call?
Alright, so we played this.
What you want?
Played this. And we played this. We played this.
Job's done.
I have a hard time seeing him win. 23 to 1. I mean, all he has to do is stupidly life tap and he's lost. What was he even thinking? Is nobody really playing? Am I just playing 2 quests down? Am I just playing bots? Are these the new bots? They've rolled out bots that let you win and seem like regular players. I mean, I'm not seeing that. We are now at like gold level, highest we've ever gotten. 5 wins. And I may flip out if I actually get like 12 victories. I mean, I'm flipping out just at 5. But this would be cool though if these are the new bots that Blizzard, the company that makes Hearthstone, has figured out how to put bots in the game, make it feel like you're playing against humans, and also let you win.
Hunt you down.
This game, my appreciation of it would go up quite a lot if that were true. It would be like most other games that are completely cheating in your favor, which I like.
Greetings, traveler.
Job's done.
Greetings, traveler.
I really don't care if I'm playing against real people or not. I'm not good enough to be at that competitive way of thinking yet. Here you go, I'll just do that. I'll let this guy do 1 damage to me for doing 2 damage to him. If he doesn't summon anything else, I'll do it again next turn.
Drink with me, friend.
He must have not had any other cards he could have played. Alright, so we'll start with that.
Job's done.
This guy. I don't think I'm ready to be playing Faceless Manipulator. If I could play this, Stolen Champion, then play that. Alright, let's see. Explosive Trap. And Stealth.
Job's done.
Don't mess with customizable.
Alright, so next turn play this guy, then next turn play this guy and copy this guy. Should be pretty good. Alright. What if we did this?
Put this apple on your head.
Suck steel, swine.
Chose to become a copy of this guy instead. We'll see how that works. Hopefully I can play Jeeves and another card. Alright. So, Jeeves
Can I help you, sir?
and Ray. And to the face.
Hey, catch!
And to the face.
Catch!
To the face.
Suck
Straight to the
steel,
face.
swine.
And one more to the face.
Job's done.
Let me get that.
What's he gonna do? He's gotta make a decision here. I've got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 damage on the board. He has 9 life. Alright. So let's start by doing this.
Well played.
Let's see. Let's do. Let's see. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we don't need to do that. Instead, let's do this. And let's do this. And then we can just do to the face, to the face, to the face. 2 more damage. Could have played this and increased their damage even more. Didn't need to. What is going on? I am flipping out here. 6 victories. We have gotten 2 victories on top of our previous win streak. I'm halfway there. I am halfway to 12 wins. So much gold. So much dust. I mean, it's not like a crazy amount. It's not like you hit the jackpot. Maybe that's what they need in this game, is that after each arena round it just rolls a jackpot and randomly, every now and then will just give you like a ridiculous amount of gold. A ridiculous amount of dust.
Light shall bring victory.
Let the hunt
Put a little
begin.
gambling in it. I don't know if that would get them in trouble with like legal parts of certain countries though. But yeah, that would be awesome. It's just after you win in it, do an arena thing, you get a free spin on a jackpot. Potential to win way more. Alright, so I can do 2 damage if I need to on my first turn, or I can just bring out this 1/1. And I just need to bring out the 1/1. No reason to do 2 damage and waste a coin on that. Let's just do this and this. End the turn. Still haven't gotten anybody out. It's like none of them are playing their first turn. I don't know what's going on here, but nobody's playing their first turns. Playing this on a Sunday. Maybe Sunday is the right day to be playing. Maybe there's just a lot of, I don't know, religious people play Hearthstone. I have a hard time really believing that, but maybe. If that's true, then maybe they don't want to play on Sunday. Maybe people are watching football. Yes, oh yes. It is like the Dallas Cowboys football tournament right now too. That would make a lot more sense.
We must cleanse the
I should
Sunwell.
schedule all my Hearthstone games to coincide with popular big name football games, and then all the football fans, which I'm sure there's lots of football fans that they do everything, so why wouldn't they play Hearthstone? I should always schedule my play for this, and then they'll be off, and they'll be, because they're watching football and they're better players, only the lesser players are here. I bet that's it. I'm gonna start scheduling. I'm gonna go like download their football schedule. It's like always play when the Cowboys are playing. I'm no fan of football. It takes way too long. If you think this game is grinding, go try and watch a football game. And I'm talking American football if you're not certain. I'm talking the handball game that Americans call football versus what we call soccer as Americans, which is the actual football game because you actually use your feet. Way more. Alright.
Tazingo! Yeah.
Not doing so well here at the moment. See, I could summon a random beast and give him 2/2 taunt. Summon a random beast. 2/2 taunt. So I can either bring that guy out or summon a random beast. Summon a random beast.
Job's done.
Having like 3 explosive traps is real helpful. You can't do that, that's not a legal deck, but you know, having lots of traps.
Job's done.
Alright. 19-19. What are these boom bobs? Death Rattle will deal 1 to 4 damage to the enemy. There's like 2 types of boom bots, I think. So we do this, and then we do this.
The dog's out.
Job's done.
Not doing great. I need Jeeves. At this point, I need to draw Jeeves. Hey, Heart of the Cards. If you are a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, talk about Heart of the Cards magic going on there. You just call out the card you want, and it magically appears.
Job's done.
Let me get that.
I might be a witch or a warlock. That kind of coincidence is hard to. Nah, I've lost. So it didn't matter. Didn't matter. I think we got almost 2 levels doing this run, which pretty good. 6 wins, a new personal best. Look at this nice key. What does 6 wins get you? I think you need 7 wins to be guaranteed to get back your 150 gold and make a little bit of profit. So 75 gold, a pack, and 50 gold. So right there, 125 gold. Entry fee is 150. So even at 6 wins, it's not great. Plus no dust. I'm not really in the business of getting dust at the moment. Alright. Open this. Boom. Now, I found out if you hover over them, it will tell you what color they are. So, Blue is supposed to be like medium rare. Purple I think is very good, is pretty rare, and then orange. So you can kind of see whether it was a good draw or not. So here you have a Warbot mech, which is, looks like that's a warrior or a rogue card. Here you have the Org War Maul, which I think I already have 2 of those already. Here we have the Annoyatron, which I think I already have 2 of those already. So let's see. So you have a blue rare, see the blue gem, like that. Suit Spewer. I don't think I have that. It's a mage card. Spell damage +1. This certainly needs to go in my mage deck. We will put this in our mage deck right now. A 3/3 beats a lot of the other cards. Epic. So Crush is an epic card. We will go and look at it in our collection before we wrap up this episode. Let's start with the mage deck. Let's see. So I want Suit Spear. Let's see. This is a 3/1/1. Alright, so we're done with that. We have some new cards, the Warbot, which I have 2 of. We have Ogre Mage, which I have 2 of. And we have Crush, destroy a minion. That's new. And then we have, trying to keep this pretty alright, so Light Warden. I want to suggest something, and this is probably a dumb idea. But I have some gold versions of cards that are not soulbound versions. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't sell them for dust. To get just the regular cards. Because we're not really at the dust level. There might be a strategy here where we can get a significant amount of dust, more than the 5 we just got here, if we sold them and then only used the regular ones. So if I show only golden cards that I have, yeah, and not include the soulbound cards, which you can't sell. Let's see. So if I sold recycle here, I would get 100 dust. Do I have recycle in, where was it? Recycle is the Druid page 3. Do I have recycle? No. So it cost me 100 to craft it. So not worth it on that one. Let's see. So let's work here. If I disenchanted this one, it'd give me 50. This makes sense. This makes sense a lot. We need dust. We need to get these other cards. So it makes sense to disenchant a card when you have, I mean, now to go make this in gold version will be some post-game thing we do. But yeah, if we have the cards, if we have 2 of the cards in regular versions and then we have a gold version for some reason, let's freaking disenchant it and get that dust back. Like here's a light spawn. We need light spawn. We totally need light spawn. So that's a good trade-off. I should have thought of this. Let's see, Blade Fury. I don't have 2 Blade Furies at the moment. It'll give me 100 dust though. Well, I'm using it. Now I could disenchant the regular cards too, I suppose. I don't see a point in doing that. We are disenchanting when we have 2 of everything, but that is the goal we are trying to. Let's see. I should disenchant this card you with less than the amount you could use in this deck. So it's even telling you, it's even warning you, it's going, wait a minute, you only have 2. So we'll only disenchant the things that really are cool with it. It's like, yeah, get rid of the gold versions. We don't need to be fancy and gold, all gold, like. This is another 100 to disenchant this, but I don't have a Light Warden regular. As soon as I do, I will. Here we go, Demolisher. Another thing I could disenchant, but I won't because I have only 1. As soon as I have more than 1, Mind Control Tech, same thing. I've got, you get in these packs some gold. See, I don't even have the Gadgeteer Auctioneer, and that was one I was thinking about disenchanting. So we've seen all that we can do. Now, here's what I want to do. I have 450 gold, and that was a great run on the arena. We're not going to do an arena run again, but in celebration, let us buy a regular pack and open that up. Sorry if this is going long. I have just bought an arena run. I have 200 gold extra on top of the arena run. We've done everything. I should have done this first. So buy some new cards. See if that did anything. Yeah, it got us a couple of Tinmoric dust to disenchant. And a couple new cards of Repentance. Now we have 2 of those. Inner Rage, we now have 2 of those. Here we go. Clockwork Gnome. I don't want to enchant cards that are Gnome's cards though. Where'd that card go? Here we go. We will create the Youthful Brewmaster with our dust. So we're getting in here. We're gonna start unlocking cards. It is now our new goal that as we get the dust, as we get the money, if we do as good as in the arena as we have been, we're going to start getting normal packs until we are certain we have all the normal packs unlocked and all the normal cards. And we will sell gold things for the dust so we can make regular things so we can get those faster. I want to just unlock everything in the original packs pretty fast. Goblins and gnomes I think will take care of itself mostly by just freaking playing arena runs. As long as they're always going to give us goblins versus gnomes decks, which it looks like they're going to do. They may do that forever. Best arena key is the platinum key. 6 wins. Next, none of those victories counted towards our 650. So next time we will get 650, we will be playing as paladin and priest. Probably the episode after that, we're just going to do some grinding on the mage and get up to level 60. Hey, if we get paladin and priest done early, we may just do the mage and not even do a 3rd episode, since this one was kind of long. But that's it for this episode, at least. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of the video. All of that helps out. Have a good day.